Let's face it, being disrespected isn't just frustrating, it cuts deep. It can leave you questioning your worth, your decisions, and sometimes even your identity. Whether it's an overbearing boss dismissing your ideas in meetings, a friend who constantly belittles your achievements, or a family member who undermines your boundaries, the sting of disrespect is a universal experience. And the worst part? It often comes from the people you expect to value you the most. Picture this. You're sitting in a meeting, ready to present an idea you've spent days preparing. As soon as you start speaking, your boss interrupts, dismisses your point, and moves on without giving you a chance to explain. Everyone else in the room shifts uncomfortably, but no one says a word. You leave the meeting not just angry, but defeated. It's not just about the interruption, it's about the lack of acknowledgement, the feeling that your voice doesn't matter. Or think about a close friend who always makes sarcastic comments about your accomplishments. You share something you're proud of, maybe a promotion, a personal goal you've achieved, and their response is, "Oh, must be nice to have that kind of luck." It's subtle, but it cuts like a knife. These moments don't just hurt in the moment, they linger. They replay in your mind, making you wonder, am I not good enough? Am I being too sensitive? Why do I keep letting this happen? But here's the hard truth. Disrespect will show up in your life, whether you like it or not. You can't control the way others behave, but you can control how you respond. The key isn't to avoid disrespect, it's to learn how to handle it with strength, clarity, and confidence. In this video, we're diving into 8 powerful ways to handle people who don't respect you, rooted in Stoic wisdom and practical strategies. These aren't just feel-good tips. They're actionable steps to help you stand tall, set boundaries, and reclaim your self-worth. By the end, you'll have the tools to not only face disrespect, but to rise above it with unshakable confidence. Ready to take back your power? Let's get started. 1. Set clear boundaries. Respect starts with boundaries. If you allow people to treat you poorly without consequence, they'll continue doing it. Setting clear boundaries isn't about being aggressive or confrontational. It's about showing yourself and others that your time, energy, and self-worth are non-negotiable. Think of boundaries as a line in the sand. They define what is acceptable and what isn't in your interactions with others. The truth is, people will treat you the way you allow them to. If you tolerate interruptions, belittling comments, or overstepping behaviors, you inadvertently give them permission to keep doing it. Why are boundaries so important? When you don't set boundaries, you're essentially telling others that you don't value yourself enough to stand up for what's right. This doesn't just affect how they treat you, it also impacts how you see yourself. Over time, the lack of boundaries erodes your confidence, leaving you feeling powerless. But when you communicate your limits clearly, something incredible happens. People begin to respect you, not because they have to, but because you respect yourself. How to set boundaries effectively. Setting boundaries can feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to avoiding conflict. But it's a skill worth mastering. Here's how to start. 1. Be direct and specific. Let the other person know exactly what behavior is unacceptable. For instance, if a colleague constantly interrupts you, calmly say, "I'd appreciate it if you let me finish my thoughts before jumping in. It helps me communicate better." 2. Use I statements. Frame your boundaries in a way that focuses on your needs, not their shortcomings. For example, "I need you to respect my time by letting me know in advance if plans change." 3. Stay calm and firm. You don't need to raise your voice or get emotional. Confidence speaks louder than volume. Imagine a friend who constantly borrows money but never repays it. In the past, you've avoided addressing it, but it's eating away at you. A boundary might sound like this. "I've noticed I've been lending you money frequently, and I feel uncomfortable continuing this. Moving forward, I'm not able to lend money, but I hope you understand." Why this works? Clear boundaries empower you to take control of how others treat you. They also filter out people who aren't willing to respect your limits. Remember, boundaries aren't about creating distance. They're about fostering healthy, respectful relationships. By setting firm yet respectful boundaries, you send a powerful message. I value myself, and I expect others to do the same. 2. Don't engage in power struggles. When someone disrespects you, it's tempting to fight back, to prove them wrong, or to assert your dominance. But this often plays directly into their hands. People who thrive on disrespect frequently seek to provoke you, drag you into their drama, and establish control. The more you react, the more power you give them. Power struggles are exhausting, both emotionally and mentally. They pull you away from your peace and force you into battles you don't need to fight. To handle disrespect effectively, it's crucial to recognize these dynamics and refuse to engage. Why do people try to draw you into power struggles? Disrespectful individuals often use power struggles to 1. Assert dominance. They feel powerful when they can make you react emotionally. 2. Shift attention. By provoking you, they deflect from their own insecurities or flaws. 3. Control the narrative. They manipulate situations to make themselves look stronger or smarter. When you react with anger or defensiveness, you validate their attempts to control the situation. How to avoid the trap. 1. Stay calm. Your composure is your greatest strength. When someone tries to provoke you, take a deep breath and pause. This not only buys you time to think, but also sends the message that you're unshaken by their behavior. 2. Respond logically, not emotionally. If a colleague dismisses your ideas in a meeting, don't lash out. Instead, calmly restate your point. I understand your perspective, but I believe this approach could still be beneficial. Let's consider it further. This shifts the focus back to the issue, not the person. 3. Disengage when necessary. Not every situation deserves a response. If someone repeatedly disrespects you, walking away is sometimes the most powerful statement you can make. Imagine a coworker constantly undermines you in front of others, pointing out minor mistakes to make themselves look better. Instead of arguing or defending yourself, calmly address the group. Thank you for pointing that out. I'll address it. Now, let's focus on the next step for the project. By redirecting the conversation, you defuse the tension and deny them the satisfaction of a reaction. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Refusing to engage in petty power struggles is an act of strength. It shows that you value your peace over proving a point. Remember, the goal isn't to win the battle, it's to rise above it. Let your calm demeanor and unwavering self-control speak louder than any argument ever could. 3. Limit your exposure. Not every battle is worth fighting, and not every disrespectful person deserves your time or energy. One of the simplest yet most effective ways to deal with disrespect is to limit your exposure to those who perpetuate it. This doesn't mean you're avoiding conflict, it means you're choosing to protect your peace. Why limiting contact works. Disrespectful people often drain your energy and cloud your mental clarity. The more time you spend around them, the more their negativity seeps into your thoughts and emotions. Limiting exposure allows you to reclaim control over your time and emotional well-being. It's a subtle but powerful way of saying, I won't let your behavior disrupt my life. Consider David, who has a colleague, Tom, known for making sarcastic remarks during casual office chats. These comments leave David feeling undervalued and irritated. Instead of confronting Long, David chooses to minimize their interactions. She stops joining him for coffee breaks and limits their conversations to essential work topics. By doing this, David doesn't escalate the conflict but protects her energy from Tom's negativity. Over time, Tom's influence on her mood diminishes, and she feels more in control of her day. Epictetus advised, the key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. Limiting exposure isn't about ignoring problems, it's about valuing yourself enough to avoid unnecessary negativity. You don't owe your time or energy to anyone who doesn't respect you. By limiting your exposure to such individuals, you protect your mental and emotional well-being. Focus on spending time with those who uplift and encourage you, and let the rest fade into the background. Your peace is worth it. 4. Respond with silence. Silence is a powerful tool, especially when dealing with people who disrespect you. Many individuals who show disrespect do so to provoke a reaction. They want to get under your skin, spark an argument, or make you feel small. But what happens when you deny them the response they crave? Silence speaks louder than words. It sends a message of confidence and self-control that no heated exchange can match. Why silence works. When you respond with silence, you 1. Deprive them of power. Disrespectful people thrive on attention. By staying silent, you take away their ability to influence your emotions. 2. Maintain your dignity. Arguing or retaliating lowers you to their level. Silence keeps you above the noise, showcasing your maturity and strength. 3. Create space for reflection. Your silence forces them to sit with their words, making them more likely to question their actions. How to respond with silence. 1. Pause before reacting. When someone disrespects you, resist the urge to react immediately. Take a moment to breathe and assess whether their comment even deserves your energy. 2. Stay neutral. Avoid showing anger, frustration, or any visible reaction. A calm, composed demeanor reinforces the idea that their behavior doesn't affect you. 3. Let the silence linger. After their disrespectful remark, simply pause. Don't rush to defend yourself or fill the space with explanations. Imagine a friend, James, makes a condescending comment about your recent success, saying, "Oh, must be nice to have everything handed to you." Instead of snapping back or trying to explain your hard work, you respond with silence. You meet her gaze calmly, let the comment hang in the air, and move on to another topic. This lack of reaction can be unsettling for her. It denies her the satisfaction of your frustration and subtly highlights the rudeness of her words. Over time, she may think twice before making such remarks again. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You always have the option of having no opinion." There is never a need to get worked up or to trouble your soul about things you cannot control. Silence embodies this principle. It's a way of choosing peace over petty conflict. Not every comment deserves a response, and not every battle is worth fighting. By responding with silence, you assert your self-respect, conserve your energy, and leave the disrespectful person with nothing to fuel their behavior. In the end, silence isn't just golden, it's empowering. 5. Don't undervalue yourself. One of the most harmful effects of disrespect is that it can make you question your worth. When people treat you poorly, it's easy to internalize their behavior and wonder, "Am I not good enough?" But here's the truth. Their disrespect says far more about them than it does about you. The key to handling such situations is to refuse to undervalue yourself, no matter how others behave. Why self-value matters. When you base your self-worth on how others treat you, you give them control over your confidence and emotions. Disrespect can feel personal, but in most cases, it's a reflection of their insecurities, frustrations, or lack of empathy, not your value as a person. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our own perspective. You can't stop someone from being rude, but you can choose not to take it to heart. By recognizing your inherent value, you protect yourself from their negativity. How to maintain self-respect. 1. Detach from their behavior. Remind yourself that disrespectful actions are a reflection of their character, not yours. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change. Until then, I will keep on my course." Don't let their behavior shake your sense of direction. 2. Challenge negative self-talk. If someone's disrespect makes you doubt yourself, counter those thoughts with affirmations of your strengths and achievements. 3. Set standards for treatment. Decide what you will and won't tolerate and stick to those boundaries. When you respect yourself, others are more likely to follow suit. James often found herself feeling small after interactions with her manager, who dismissed her ideas during meetings. She began to think, maybe my ideas aren't good enough. But instead of letting this belief take root, she reflected on her past successes. She reminded herself that her contributions had led to measurable results. With this renewed confidence, James started presenting her ideas with more clarity and assertiveness. Even when her manager remained dismissive, her self-assurance didn't waver. Epictetus said, "Know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly." This means anchoring your self-worth in your values, not in others' opinions. Your value isn't determined by how others treat you, it's determined by how you treat yourself. Refuse to let disrespect diminish your self-esteem. Stand tall, recognize your worth, and remember, no one's opinion is more important than your own. 6. Walk away when necessary. Sometimes the most powerful way to handle disrespect is to simply walk away. It's not about giving up or avoiding conflict. It's about choosing yourself. Staying in a toxic environment or relationship where disrespect is a constant can slowly erode your self-esteem and mental well-being. Walking away is an act of self-respect, a clear declaration that you refuse to accept anything less than what you deserve. Why walking away is powerful? 1. It protects your peace. Disrespect can weigh heavily on your emotions, leaving you drained and frustrated. Removing yourself from such situations protects your mental health. 2. It sets a strong boundary. Walking away shows that you won't tolerate poor treatment. This is often more impactful than any argument or explanation. 3. It reclaims your energy. Instead of wasting time on people who don't value you, you can redirect your focus to relationships and opportunities that uplift you. How to walk away effectively? 1. Recognize when enough is enough. If someone consistently disrespects you despite your efforts to set boundaries, it's a sign that staying will only cause more harm. 2. Leave without drama. Walking away doesn't require a dramatic exit or a lengthy explanation. A simple statement like, "I don't think this dynamic is healthy for me," is enough. 3. Trust your decision. It's natural to feel guilt or second-guess yourself, especially when walking away from a long-term relationship or job. Remind yourself that this choice is about prioritizing your well-being. William had a close friend who constantly made hurtful jokes at her expense. Despite multiple conversations about how the remarks bothered her, the behavior didn't stop. One day, after yet another dismissive comment, William calmly said, "I've told you before that these jokes hurt me, and it's clear you're not willing to change. I think it's best if we take some space." Walking away was hard, but it allowed William to focus on relationships where she felt respected and valued. Seneca said, "Associate with those who make you better, and welcome those whom you yourself can improve." Walking away from disrespect isn't abandonment, it's alignment with your values. Walking away doesn't mean weakness, it's strength in action. By removing yourself from situations where you're not respected, you send a powerful message. I value myself enough to leave. Sometimes, choosing yourself is the greatest act of courage. 7. Seek support from positive people. 400 words. Dealing with disrespect can feel isolating, especially when it comes from people you interact with regularly. It's easy to start doubting your worth or feel emotionally drained. That's why surrounding yourself with positive, supportive individuals is essential. These people act as your anchor, reminding you of your value and offering encouragement when you need it most. Why positive people matter? 1. They reinforce your self-worth. Supportive individuals see your strengths and uplift you, counteracting the negativity of disrespectful people. 2. They provide perspective. A good friend or mentor can help you see situations objectively, reminding you that others' behavior reflects on them, not on you. 3. They inspire growth. Positive relationships fuel your confidence and personal growth, giving you the strength to handle challenges with resilience. How to build a positive support system. 1. Identify your support network. Think about the people in your life who truly care for you. Friends, family, or colleagues who listen, encourage, and respect you. 2. Invest in quality relationships. Spend more time with those who uplift you. This might mean prioritizing meaningful conversations over superficial interactions. 3. Distance yourself from toxic individuals. To make room for positive people, you may need to limit your time with those who drain your energy or disrespect you. After months of dealing with a manager who constantly criticized her work, Mary began to question her abilities. She confided in her friend, Ruby, who reminded her of her past successes and helped her see that her manager's behavior was about control, not her competence. Ruby's words gave Mary the confidence to set boundaries at work and eventually find a healthier professional environment. Seneca wisely said, "Associate with those who make you better, and welcome those whom you yourself can improve." Positive relationships aren't just a source of comfort, they're a foundation for mutual growth and resilience. When disrespect threatens your peace, turn to those who value and support you. A strong network of positive people acts as a shield against negativity, reminding you that you are worthy of kindness and respect. In their presence, you'll find the strength to rise above the hurt and stay true to yourself. Choose to invest in relationships that empower you because you deserve nothing less. The ultimate way to handle disrespect is to cultivate self-worth that isn't dependent on how others treat you. When your sense of value comes from within, external negativity loses its power over you. Disrespectful comments may sting for a moment, but they won't shake your foundation. This inner strength is the cornerstone of living a confident, fulfilling life. Why internal self-worth is crucial? 1. It shields you from negativity. When your self-worth is rooted in your own values and accomplishments, others' opinions become less impactful. 2. It fosters independence. You stop seeking validation from others and start focusing on your own growth and happiness. 3. It builds resilience. With inner self-worth, you bounce back quickly from criticism or disrespect, using it as a chance to grow instead of letting it bring you down. How to build self-worth from within. Define your core values. Identify what truly matters to you: honesty, kindness, perseverance, and live by those principles. When you act in alignment with your values, your self-respect grows naturally. Celebrate your strengths. Regularly reflect on your accomplishments, skills, and qualities that make you unique. Keep a journal of achievements, no matter how small, to remind yourself of your value. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a close friend. When you make mistakes or face criticism, remind yourself that imperfection is part of being human. Grace often struggled with disrespectful remarks from a group of colleagues who dismissed her ideas. Initially, she tried to win their approval, but their behavior didn't change. Instead of feeling defeated, Grace shifted her focus inward. She started keeping a list of her contributions to the team, sought feedback from supportive colleagues, and reminded herself of her professional achievements. Over time, her confidence grew, and she stopped caring about the dismissive comments. Epictetus said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When your self-worth comes from within, no external force can undermine it. True self-worth isn't given, it's cultivated. By grounding yourself in your values, celebrating your strengths, and practicing self-compassion, you build a shield against disrespect. Remember, the respect you give yourself is the most powerful kind. When you value who you are, the opinions of others will hold little weight, and your inner peace will remain unshaken. Embrace self-respect and take action. Disrespect is an unfortunate reality we all face at some point. Whether it comes from a colleague, a friend, or even a family member, it can leave a lasting impact if we don't address it effectively. But as we've explored today, you have the power to protect your peace and reclaim your self-worth. From setting clear boundaries and refusing to engage in power struggles, to surrounding yourself with positive influences and cultivating inner self-respect, each of these strategies equips you with the tools to handle disrespect with strength and grace. The key takeaway? Respect starts with you. When you value yourself, you set the standard for how others should treat you. A few questions to reflect on. Are there people in your life who consistently disrespect you? Have you been tolerating behaviors that make you feel small or undervalued? What steps can you take today to establish healthier boundaries and prioritize your well-being? These aren't just rhetorical questions, they're an invitation to take action. Think about the changes you can make, even if they're small, to create a life where respect and positivity are the foundation of your relationships. If this video has inspired you to stand up for yourself and handle disrespect with confidence, don't stop here. Let's continue this journey together. Hit the subscribe button and join our community, a space where we explore practical wisdom, personal growth, and the timeless insights of Stoicism to navigate life's challenges. Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. Which of these strategies resonated with you the most? Do you have your own experiences or tips to share? Your story might inspire someone else to reclaim their self-worth. Thank you for spending your time here today. Remember, you deserve respect, but it starts with how you treat yourself. Stay strong, stay true to your values, and keep building the life you deserve. See you in the next video.